Hey guys, it's Elisa and you're watching the Art Occultist. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Today we are doing another channeled reading from the great Titaness Hekate, and today I am test driving a new spread that I created for my coffee shop offerings. And this is a ancestral reading type of spread, and I wanted to see what Hekate wants to share with us around the theme of ancestral healing for the collective. For this reading, I am going to be using this deck. This is the Uncommon Tarot. This is a mass market tarot deck. You can find it on Amazon and basically wherever you purchase your decks from. I'm sure that they can supply it for you. This is a deck that's a collage style art, that has collage style artwork, and I thought that it would be fitting for the theme of ancestry because it has a lot of those types of images. Today is a very sunny day and I have a bit of a glare from my window, but you get the gist why I thought that this deck will suit the theme of the reading. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay, I'll start by shuffling the cards and grounding and centering myself. Okay, Hekate, please step forward and share your guidance, wisdom, and knowledge with all of us around the theme of ancestral healing for the collective. So I am going to pull out the spread now. 4, 5, 6, 7. It is a 7-card spread, so this is what we are doing. The first card is going to speak about the ancestral, a pattern in the ancestral lineage that we are called to heal at this point in time. And here we have the 4 of Wands. Yeah, this is the 4 of Wands. The 4 of Wands is a card of domesticity, of home, of marriage. And collectively in our past, marriages were something that, how do I put it? It was a form of control over women. It was and still is a lot harder for women to be married than men. And a lot of women in the past generations, they didn't have a choice whether or not to get married. And marriage was a survival tactic that was forced upon us as women. And Hekate is calling our attention toward the need to heal that as modern day women and men. She is saying that we need to try and heal and get better at being partners. And this is especially true for the male population out there. They need to start doing a lot more shit if they want to have good relationships with women, or any relationships with women for that matter, because modern day women they don't tolerate the crap that our grandmothers put up with. Women are healing themselves, they are leveling up themselves. We are no longer forced into marrying a man just to survive, and we choose to step into romantic partnerships out of love and respect, and we demand healthy relationships. And Hekate is saying and putting our attentions toward that we as a collective need to do better in terms of marriages and sacred partnerships between one another. The second card is how is this affecting us today? And here we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a card of burnout. It's a card of deep wounding, but also it's a card of survival. And this card speaks about how women are affected today by this forced marriages from the past and the unhealthy dynamic in our homes that our grandparents, grandmas were subjected to. We saw what it was to be with somebody that was egocentric. I'm speaking about the majority of the men. And how women were forced to carry all of the domestic labors, the invisible labor, if you will, and how it burned us out as a collective. And those things are transmitted through our genetics. They are encoded into our systems as women. And we can see that in the modern, we can see that wounding in the modern women. A lot more modern women are choosing themselves, which is great for them. But yeah, this unhealthy this unhealthy dynamics when it comes to marriages, it has affected society on a much deeper level than we tend to acknowledge it. That's what Hekate is telling me. What do we need to know to better understand this? We have the World card. This is not a singular thing. This is a global occurrence from the past. And it's coming to an end because the World card is a completion. This unhealthy dynamic is coming to an end. And that's great. The next card is how do we begin shifting and healing the whole dynamic that we spoke about. And here we have the Emperor card. The Emperor card is the father archetype or the embodiment of the masculine energy, this leading force, this raw power and strength. It's also a card of structure and stability. And what this card and Hekate is telling me is that if you want to shift and heal this whole dynamic, men have to step up and take accountability and responsibility for the wounding that their ancestors did, and they have to strive to do better themselves. And they need to evolve and step into their true masculine energy, the healthy masculine energy that is not controlling, that is supportive, that is stable, that is leading, but from a place of authenticity and genuine care and love and nurture towards the feminine. Yeah, that's how we can begin shift and heal this pattern as a society. Men should step up and really do their part. The next card is what help will be provided from Hekate and the ancestors in order to support us through this journey. Here we have the High Priestess. Yeah, the High Priestess card. It's a beautiful depiction of the High Priestess, and I love it. So the help that will be given and provided to support us in this journey is that we are going to start listening more and more to our intuition, our inner voice, and our own connection to the divine when it comes to discerning what's right, what's healthy, and what we are supposed to do. We are not going to be following the narrative that the society is pushing down onto us. And the so-called what's normal. We are going to start listening to what's inside of us and our own connection to the ancestors and the gods, the deities, the spiritual world. And they are very much supportive of that whole new movement towards healing, this dynamic between the masculine and the feminine. The next card is what do we need to release as a collective? Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a card of passion and pursuing of passion, lust, and desire. And we need to start acting from a place of integrity and release the fuckboy mentality and stop dating as women, stop dating those men that basically don't know where they stand, what they want, and they're only there for the good times, but they are not truly mature enough to form a significant connection with. And being in a sexual partnership with somebody, it affects you on every level. It affects you emotionally, it affects you spiritually, it affects your body, it carries a lot of health risks, both for male and female partners. And basically, we need to start engaging in those types of connections and relationships from a more conscious state of mind, and not only be driven by lust. Although there's a place for lust as an emotion, but it has to be experienced in a safe container, if you will, and a healthy relationship dynamic. So Hekate is saying that you need to release being guided only by lust and your carnal desires. The last card is going to speak about what do we need to embrace and focus on the daily in order to heal this pattern. Here we have the Star card. How beautiful. And in this deck in particular, the Star card is depicted by a masculine figure, which is something that we don't see very often in the tarot. But what this tells me is that on the day-to-day life, you can focus on being your true self, your most authentic self. Get in touch with what you truly want from your partner, and don't settle for less. Don't be afraid of being vulnerable and real and true to yourself in a society that that puts sexuality on a pedestal and promotes it and promotes hookup culture. Don't be afraid to be yourself and have standards and guiding light. So yeah. Okay guys, this was the reading. I hope that it was helpful. I hope that it was thought-provoking in a sense, and I actually really enjoyed the spread as a whole. I really enjoyed the messages that came through. I felt that they were true as a message when it comes to something that we experience collectively in this day and age, and I hope that it was useful. Okay, once again, my name is Elisa. This was the Art Occultist. with our weekly channeled message from Hekate. Thank you so much for spending this time with me and for your support. It means the world to me. Before we part ways, I want to encourage you to like this video and subscribe to the channel so that our community can grow. And if you're interested in working with me, I offer personal readings on my Ko-fi page. I have a membership space open, and I'm also a tarot and oracle deck creator. All of those things are going to be linked in the description box down below for you to check them out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.